Hey everybody watching, this is Jesse Reed here with Dropout Entertainment. I am here with Boris Baker of Kasador. How's your day going so far, Boris?
It's good, man. It's been a short day so far, but yeah, it's gonna be a good day. We're going to Peterborough tonight for a show, and then on to Toronto. So just make sure I got my beauty sleep.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys are just wrapping up a really big tour here. You did 21 days. You were back across Western Canada. You want to tell us a little bit about how the tour's been going?
Yeah, yeah, man. It was amazing. We went out Western Canada, like BC and Alberta, with Finger 11, which was fantastic. Really awesome experience. Great guys. Um, Rekindled my love for a band that I used to be a massive fan of, and I'm again a massive fan of. Just like getting to watch them play live night in, night out was really cool. Learned a lot of like, yeah, you learn a lot when you get to see that every night, and they were good dudes. So that was really fun, and the shows were great, and like, I mean, like pleasantly surprised because we haven't been out west for a while. Um, since like before the pandemic, and we played like shows without them while we were out there. Like we had like our own show in Edmonton and our own show in Penticton, which is like just outside Kelowna. And I feel like there was one more, but yeah, like a lot of the shows without Finger 11 were selling out, which was nice. And I mean, it was like a pleasant surprise. And then we got back. We played like a sold out hometown show in Kingston, and then we went down to the States for just like a couple shows down there, and then yeah, a couple around Ontario. This side of New Year's. Ottawa and Montreal shows were both sold out. I think Toronto's going to be sold out this weekend, and we'll see about Peterborough tonight.
Awesome.
But we're not really slowing down. We're rolling it over into a spring tour. So we're going out east in March, and then out west again in April, and then back to the States in June, and then keeping summer open for some festivals, and then we're currently booking the fall. So
Awesome.
busy, but it's good to be back. Like I love touring and kind of live for it. So yeah, feels
That's
good.
that's amazing. Yeah, no, I know for a lot of bands, touring was such an important part, and with the pandemic and everything happening, it really slowed a lot of people down. But yeah, how's just that feeling of knowing you get to do this again? After some uncertainty of this was ever coming back. How was that feeling of getting back on the road and being there again?
Man, I definitely appreciated it more, and not that I didn't before, but like I don't know, it kind of like felt like I could breathe again um, when we're like actually able to properly tour,
Yeah.
and then like not have it just be like just Ontario or just Canada. But yeah, there's something special about it that like yeah, I do appreciate more for sure.
Awesome. What's one of your favorite stories or memories from this tour so far?
Oh man, so when you're opening for bands, I mean, like I think this has been a thing forever, but you typically don't get a ton of money when you're opening for bands, so you got to find ways that you can be economic
Yeah.
um, in your financial decisions and your travels. So we opted to take. I mean, we tour with a sound engineer, and he is like, I think he just hit 40. So he's like, yeah, I'm getting up there. Like, I want to tour in a way that can be a bit easier on my body. So he bought an RV from 1997, which, oh, what's the math on that? That's 27 years old. No,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
27-year-old RV. So he bought that and he retrofitted it with like bunk beds in the back, and he kind of got it 2 months before the tour, and then just like put a rush on like building it, but it wasn't fully like finished. when we started the tour. So, um, like on the way out, there were like all these issues with like the alignment that were like causing the tires to deteriorate,
Oh,
and this was like happening. We were in North Dakota on Veterans Day, which is like a Sunday, and I, I guess like the Monday after they have as like a holiday where like no one works.
okay.
So it was like Sunday, which is also like very religious country, Sunday in the States, and it being like our Remembrance Day equivalent. And then the next day is like a work holiday. There was like no one that could fix the alignment or like get us new tires.
Gosh.
So we like he fixed the alignment himself, and it was like helping, but it got us to Montana where we found one tire shop that was open and they had one tire that we could get. So we like got just far enough, and like I guess like in North Dakota, yeah, sorry, I kind of jumped ahead. In North Dakota, he swapped out the one spare tire, and he was like, you might want to like call Finger Eleven's management and tell them that like we're not making it to the first show. And I was like, man, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna keep driving, and we're gonna cross our fingers because I'm certainly not telling them that we're not making the first show. So then we got to Montana and we found one shop that was open and they had one tire, which was enough, and it got us there. But yeah, there's never really a dull moment. It's like, yeah, of course this would happen. And then after that, like we had the best luck. Like no bad weather, no other issues travel wise the whole tour. No issues at all really the whole tour. It was all front loaded with
Well, that's
like,
awesome,
is this
yeah.
even going to happen?
Yeah. Yeah, hey, I feel like that was a good test for you, right? Sometimes you just got to get through that first bump, and everything else is gonna go. But if you gave up there, right, that could have put everything else off. So that's a good testament to just pushing through.
Yeah, man, the tires. Like I think when you get tires, the tread starts at 11 millimeters,
Yeah.
and to pass a safety test, they have to be above 9. And when we realized that the alignment was off in North Dakota, the tires were at 4.4 millimeters.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Because like they were bowing in, right? So they're wearing way more on the outside.
Right.
So the outsides were 4.4 millimeters, and then by the time we got to Montana, one of them was 2.2 and the other was 1.7.
Oh my God. Okay, so yeah, pretty much no tread at all left.
Yeah. If they get bald, then they can like pop, and
Yeah.
then you're crashing into a ditch.
Damn. Well, thankful for that one tire.
Yeah.
That's
We
awesome.
made it. We made it.
That's awesome. Yeah, and you guys have played with lots of iconic Canadian bands. Sam Roberts, July Talk, the Arkells, as well as recently here with Finger Eleven. How does it feel to get to meet and work alongside all of these artists who have made the Canadian music scene what it is today?
Man, it's cool. It's special too. You pick up like all sorts of tips from people, be it just like watching them or them just like being kind enough to part advice on you. Like I think it was July Talk, and it was not a scolding at all, because it could come across that way. But like they were just like very forthcoming with like how small the music industry is, and like how important it is to like be good people. And it was not in response to us being shitty people, but I think we were like asking them for like advice, and they're like, I think like the biggest piece of advice we have is like the Canadian music scene is small. If you're an asshole, word travels really quickly, and like kind of extends to everyone, like bands, venue owners, like fans, like word of mouth travels quickly.
Yeah.
And it goes the other way as well, right? Like if you're like a good person, that also gets around.
Yeah.
So it's like always like a good thing to remember. Um, and then the Glorious Sons have been like really good to us, kind of taking us under their wing. We do like some songwriting with Brett,
Nice.
um, and get just like general advice from him as well. Like we got advice from him before going out with Finger 11, just on like, yeah, like what they used to do to prepare for like their first tours, opening for like proper bigger bands at proper venues.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty special to get to like pick people's brains for that advice.
That's amazing. Yeah, no, little things like you said, just being nice. It always shocks me, a lot of bands as they're coming up, they kind of get into that rock star, mentality, and that's the
Oh
simplest thing
God.
you can do. Just be nice to everybody around you, and people want to work with you because, as you're saying, this is such a small industry. Like everybody knows somebody who knows somebody else, and like that's such a seems like such a straightforward thing, but yeah, it's something I think a lot of bands need to be reminded of.
Yeah, yeah, and like I mean, like our band, like we're all pretty nice dudes at heart, and like I think we realize like on tours like this that like maybe sometimes too nice. Like we'll just like find ourselves in like I guess like for example, like if a really like okay, we play the show, we go out to a bar afterwards. If there's like a really I don't want to say like creepy because if someone was being like creepy to other people, we would step in. But like some some dude that's just like not right, and he'll just like come over and like start hanging around us. None of us are like mean enough to be like fuck off, dude.
Yeah,
So it just like they end up like hanging around.
yeah. Yeah.
Which we talked about it. We're like, we gotta like find like a sound guy who's like a dick or something. Like, yeah, just like multiple times we ended up in situations that were like, if someone in our band was a dick and could have just told this guy to leave us alone, like our night would have been a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a
It's
super fine line between, trying to be nice to everybody, but yeah, I totally know what you mean. It's hard to get in that situation sometimes where you don't want to be the one to tell somebody to fuck off, but at the same time, like, yeah, this is not the vibe of the night, and they are not, they're not lighting things in the right direction.
yeah, yeah, man. People will say crazy shit to you.
Yep.
Like we had like someone proposition our whole band on like going back and like she was like, I think I can convince my husband to have a threesome. I haven't talked to him yet, but like I can convince him. And we're all like, no, like we're so not into this.
Yeah.
And she just like kept pushing, and no one's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
No one's willing to be like, absolutely no. Everyone's just like, no, 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 thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please no.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you've got so many of those stories that are like would only happen to you when you are a band traveling around. Like these are not normal people conversations that ever come up, but I'm sure you get thrown into that stuff all of the time.
Yeah, man, it's a weird world out there.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is a weird world, but it's fun. It's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, keeps things exciting. Cool. I want to talk about you guys' latest release as well, Blue here. So yeah, super super cool concept. You base it off of a dream you had about just about the color blue itself. Which when I was reading about it, I was like, that is such a unique and cool idea for a song. Can you tell us a little bit about Blue?
Yeah. So it wasn't my dream. It was our singer's dream. So I'll do my best, but like he has these like he's like a crazy vivid dreamer. It's like the weirdest thing, but it's like every night. It's like a whole thing. So yeah, I guess he had like this dream about the color blue, and like it was like he was abstract, like he had no physical form, and like I don't know, something along those lines where he had no physical form or like anything. He was just a color, and like he wanted like from that he wanted to write a song that would like embody what the color blue was. And I know this was also after like he had gone through some like serious life changes and was like feeling kind of depressed. And he had gone through like bit of like a depressive period, and just like coming out of it was like very thankful for like his friends for like pulling him through and being there to talk about it. And I think he like wanted to like apply or like tie his dream in with that, but not necessarily make it about himself, but more about like kind of like maybe a reminder to him that like to be there for his friends. Um, so yeah, he kind of like created like a story as if he's like talking to like a friend or a partner, but I think it was drawing more from his own experiences and the dream and what he would hope that he would be, how he would be able to be there for a friend in the future, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, what a cool concept. Yeah, yeah. No, I love it. I feel like that's a really original idea. And yeah, when I was just like reading the write up, I'm like, even before clicking on the song and watching the lyric video you guys just put out, I like, yeah, just had all these ideas running around about, yeah, what would it be like, to be something unphysical, but yeah, yeah, no,
Yeah.
super cool. And you guys are working on
It is a
some.
super abstract thought.
Definitely. Are you guys working on any new music right now, or are you just been concentrating on the tour?
Yeah, we got a song coming out in February, February 28th. A song I'm actually really excited about. It's been like a long time coming. It was like written probably in 2019, and then demoed and like written and demoed in 2019, and then demoed again in 2021, and then just like put on the back burner as like a song that we really liked, but it didn't fit the last album that we did, just vibe wise. So we're revisiting it. So that's coming out at the end of February. That song's called Squeeze. Um, and yeah, I'm excited for that one. It's like very a personal song for us and an ex bandmate. It's kind of like a song about like loss and like being there for someone you love, um, through sickness when you can't really do anything, and there is kind of like an impending loss or like impending doom almost. Like it's like a terminal illness,
Okay.
kind of thing. Um, which yeah, what was like I guess like I'm just happy to be putting it out now after my bandmate went through that back in like 2019, and then getting like just like being with them the whole way. It's cool to like finally bring that song to life, and it's a song that I feel like anyone can, I guess, like see themselves in. Like I certainly did, so it like strangely felt personal to me. Um, so sorry, that's a lot, but that's coming out in February, and then we're getting back in the studio before the end of March to work on some stuff for summer, fall.
Awesome. Awesome. So
So
yeah, you
yeah,
got a
we're
busy
staying
year ahead of
busy.
you.
Yeah, yeah,
Awesome. Cool. I just got a couple more questions for you here. I know you gotta get running, but we'll wrap things up. So you guys have been at this for about 7 years now.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
What would you say is one of the biggest lessons that has helped you get to where you are over those 7 years?
Ooh, I would say honestly that that advice from July Talk, uh, um, about how small the industry is and just like how being a good person goes such a long way. That was like right when we were starting out too. I, in fact, that wasn't even Casador. That was the band that we were before that
Okay.
that was opening for them. So it technically wasn't even Casador. That was yeah our first project. And I guess like we have kept that advice at like front of mind like every single day of being Casador.
Awesome.
So from day one, um, yeah, I think yeah, just being a good person, man. Like at the end of the day, like I mean, there's like the whole like karma aspect of it, like where if you're shitty to someone when you're coming up, they're gonna see you on your way back down.
Yeah.
But there's also just like I don't know, like I don't like none of the pomp and circumstance like really means anything to us, and it's we play music because we like music and we like bringing music to people and we like people. And I think like at the end of the day, like whether I don't know whether I was a musician or like a carpenter or like a teacher, I would just hope that like I left the world better, or like I guess I just left interactions that I had. I guess I left people that I interacted with better for it. Is like kind of all I would hope. So you got to do that when you're touring, um, and like you can get like tired on the road or whatever, or like have like people that are like uncomfortable or like saying weird things to you. But like I do think it is still important to be nice and like to everybody.
Awesome, awesome,
You know,
yeah.
just like yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I think that's a perfect place to wrap this up. That's yeah, yeah, no, great advice and a great way of just looking at the world, especially as an artist. So yeah, big ups to July Talk here too. That's that sounds like it was very long lasting advice.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to do this interview, and yeah, best of luck with the show tonight and tomorrow. I'm sure you guys are gonna end the tour off with a big bang.
Likewise, man. Thank you so much for your time today.